The planning and development at the regional level will ensure the economic development of the mother city as well as the neighborhood region. Thus, these supra bodies are expected to steer ahead the development projects spanning over multiple jurisdictions and shall also bring in innovation, speed, effectiveness, efficiency, economy, and accountability in the existing framework of development. As per the approval, the Srinagar Metropolitan Region will cover the areas of 9 districts. Srinagar complete, part of the other 8 districts, Badgam, Ganderbal, Bandipora, Baramulla, Pulwama, Nantana, Kulgam, and Shopian, having an approximate area of around 2,500 square kilometers. The existing area of the SDA is around 750 square kilometers, and if we take into account the other urban bodies, they have another 750. So we are adding another 1,000 square kilometers for the purposes of urban planning, development, and regulation. Similarly, the Jammu Metropolitan Region will cover the areas of 5 districts, Jammu, Katwa, Riyasi, and Udhampur, covering an area of around 2,200 square kilometers. The details I'll be circulating in the press release in the form of a tabular statement. These authorities will also develop satellite townships with adequate provision for housing in the adjoining areas. We will call it Greater Jammu, Greater Srinagar. 1 million square feet IT parks will also be developed in the said satellite towns. To fully operationalize these authorities, the necessary staff, including the subject matter specialists, the domain experts, will be provided by the government. This was about the development authorities. Now, I'll be talking about the Mass Rapid Transit Corporations, which we created in February 2019. The 2 Mass Rapid Transit Corporations, the Jammu and Srinagar, for the 2 capital cities, were incorporated in February this year. We are aware that Dr. E. Sridharan has already been appointed as a principal advisor to these 2 corporations. These corporations are virtually the extended arms of the metropolitan authorities, earlier constituted, which I talked about, and they are there to supplement the efforts of these authorities in achieving their objectives of proper, orderly, and rapid development of these areas in executing their plans, projects, and schemes, especially related to multimodal transport system and mass rapid transport systems. These corporations are taking steps to address the issue of urban mobility in the state in a holistic manner by providing safe, affordable, quick, comfortable, reliable, and sustainable access for the growing number of city residents to jobs, education, recreation, and other needs within our cities by establishment of quality, focused, multimodal public transport systems that are well integrated, and by providing seamless travel across modes, land use transport integration, and introducing intelligent transport systems for the traffic management. Comprehensive mobility plans, the CMPs, for the 2 capital cities earlier prepared by RITES, Rail India Technical and Economic Service, a GOIPSU, are being updated. The 2 MRTCs will take further steps to implement the recommendations. I'll speak a little on the light rail system, which we have decided to introduce and operationalize in the 2 capital cities. As a part of the recommendation of the CMP, the Comprehensive Mobility Plan, the MRTCs have undertaken the implementation of light rail transit systems for the 2 capital cities. The State Administrative Council, in its meeting held on 7th of June this year, approved the elevated corridor option for the 2 light rail transit systems to be operationalized. Mrs. RITES is finalizing the DPRs for the 2 light rail transit systems. It is proposed to have a light rail system, the first in India, which will have a very low footprint, low noise, greater comfort, aesthetic appeal, and will blend with the surrounding landscape. The estimated cost of the first phase of implementation of the light rail project would be about rupees 8,500 crores to be funded jointly through debt, state equity, and central assistance. The proposed corridors for the 2 cities would be as under: The Srinagar in phase 1, there are two corridors, HNT junction to Indiranagar and from Osmanabad to Hazuribagh. A total of 25 kilometers to be covered with 24 stations. In phase 2 of the project, tentatively, the two corridors, the Indiranagar would be extended to Papur bus stand and Hazuribagh to airport, making another 17.5 kilometers with 14 stations.